Hello, as you can tell, I am not here, so let's go over our lesson now. First of all, please take out a dry erase marker and blue cloth. So it says prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11. As a reminder, a prime number can only be multiplied by 1 and itself. Like 2 is only 1 times 2. 3 is only 1 times 3. Use prime factorization to find the missing value. So 3 squared, or 3 to the power of 2, times something, one of these 5 prime number, equal 45. Please pause the video at this time to find the answer. Welcome back. Let's go over the answer now. Two ways to solve it. Here's one way you could have solved it. So let's do the prime factor of 45. So something times something is 45. 5 times 9 equals 45. Which one of these is prime? Oh, right there, 5 is prime. So I circle it. Times 3, 9. So 9 is not prime. So what two factors make up 9? 3 times 3. Which one of these is prime? 3 is prime. The other 3 is prime. How would you write this using exponent? 3, that's the base. I see 2 of them. It repeats twice, so it's 2 to the power 2 times 5. So the missing number is 5. How many of you did it this way? This is another way to do it. The exponent, 3 to the power 2, or 3 squared, is 3 is the base. I write this factor twice. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times what is 45? 5. And that is the missing prime factorization. Inside your plastic case, you will find this red pen. Please take it out at this time. It is now time to scratch out something from our packet. Please scratch out day 30. We are now done with day 30. So today is February 2nd, order operation, Canvas homework. So today we are going to be learning something called order operation. In elementary school, some of you learned it as PEMDAS. Some of you may have learned it as GEMDAS, depending on which school you went to. You will need your packet throughout today's lesson. Do not put your packet away. Please put your red pen away. You will need a highlighter, a pencil, and your packet for today. As a reminder, restroom passes. You are only limited to 2 restroom passes. Please don't ask to go because many of you don't even have any restroom passes left. And if you do go, the teacher will be recording it and I will see if you had any more restroom passes. So let's see what we are doing today. We will simplify order operation expressions. I will show my shoulder partner how to solve things in the correct order. So we're learning about order operation and solve things in the correct order. Oh, notice I am celebrating today. That's why I'm not here today. So let's review what we've been learning, what we learned last week. We learned about exponents. An exponent is repeated multiplication. So 4 is the base. The exponent is 5. That means you write the base 4, the factor 4, 5 different times. 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. If you multiply 4 times 4, 16, times 4 is 64, times 4, I don't know what it is, I think it's 126, I think, 520 something, times 4, it will eventually equal 1024. All right, so take out a marker and cloth and please solve each one of these exponents. Please pause the video at this time. Welcome back. Let's begin. The base is 6 and the exponent is 2. 6 squared. So 6 times 6, I'm hoping you wrote 36. If you wrote 12, we're not adding, it's repeated multiplication. 10 squared. 10 is the factor. I write it twice. 10 times 10 is 100. And the last one, 5 is the base. The exponent is 3. 5 times 5 is 25. And 25 times 5 of them plus 2, 10 plus 2 is 125. And that is exponent. Let's try one challenging one now. See how you do on this one. Please pause the video at this time and see if you can answer it. Welcome back. The base is -6. The exponent is 2. So I write the base -6 twice. And what is -6 times -6? Well, first of all, I know 6 times 6 is 36. But two negatives. Negative times negative is positive. So it's 36. Positive 36. So now that we know how to do exponent, it's time to learn order of operation. Last year, you did learn about order of operation in 5th grade. I'm sure your teacher probably told you you'll worry about the E part of it next year. Well, now it is next year. So this was a 5th grade STAR question. So you've probably seen this before. What do you remember about order operation? Last year, 87% of you got it correct. So that's good. Most of you know how to do order operation. You just don't know how to do the E part of it, but you do know the foundation of it. So which expression does not have a value of 24? So go through the choices A, B, C, and D using what you remember from GEMDAS or PEMDAS, and which one does not have a value of 24. Please pause the video at this time. All right, welcome back. Let's figure out which one does not have a value of 24. You know what? I'll go to A first. So we know that adding, subtracting comes at the end, but we know grouping or parentheses comes first. I see a grouping right here. Let me underline this. In this grouping symbol, I see a 36 minus 3. That is 33. Then you times it by 4. You know what? I'm going to stop right here. 33 times 4 will equal 24? No, 33 times 4, 4 times 3 is 12, carry the 1. 12 plus 1 is 132. So does that, which one does not have a value of 24? Is A. That's why 87% of you got it correct. So hopefully, cheers on that you got it correct. So I would play this video if I was in class, but what happened, if you ever watch social media, there's this guy who goes around asking people about order operation, and then you get everybody response, and then you'll see who remembers order operation. But by the time we leave this class, you will all know how to answer this question. 3 plus 3 times 3. Most everybody said the answer was 18. Almost every single person in the video said 18, 18, 18, but it's not 18. Do you know what it is? If you want to pause the video and try to guess what it is, we'll come back and find the answer. So let's review. In order operation, you do things in a correct order. So where do I start? He's very puzzled. A numerical expression is a combination of numbers and operation. There are blank numbers in this expression. I see 3 numbers in this expression. These numbers are, I see a 3, I see a 4, and I see a 2. But then there's operations. There are how many operations? Operations could be adding, subtracting, multiplying, or dividing. So there are 4 operations. So how many operations do you see here? I see 2 operations between the numbers. I see an adding and a multiplication. So addition and multiplication. So now that you understand the difference between numbers and operation, it is now time to start solving it. You evaluate or solve an expression by finding its value. So evaluate means work it out, work the problem, solve it. So Jack right here is solving it, and he came up with 14. Jill said, no, sorry. It is 11. So we're going to see who got it correct. The problem is 3 plus 4 times 2. You did learn this last year. You just didn't learn the e part of it or the exponent part of it. So who is right? Please pause the video at this time and decide, is it Jack or Jill? Welcome back. Let's begin now. Do you see any grouping symbol like the parentheses or brackets? I don't. Do you see any E? E stands for exponents. You see? No. Now I see multiplication, division, and adding, subtracting. So we know that we multiply, divide before we add and subtract. So what we're going to be learning in 6th grade is whenever you see an adding or subtracting, just circle it. Draw an oval, highlight it. This represents the last thing you do. When you do order operation, adding, subtracting is the end because it's called the operator. It separates the terms, the left term from the right term. So the left side, what number do you see? 3. So I'll write it 3. Plus, what do you see on the right term? I see a 4 times 2. What is 4 times 2? 8. So what do they want you to do with the left term 3 and the right term 8? Add it, and it adds up to 11. Great job, Miss Jill. She got it correct. So to make sure everyone gets the same result, mathematicians have agreed on a set of rules called order operation, where you do grouping symbols or parentheses first, then exponents, then we know we do adding, subtracting at the end. So now it's time to take out your highlighter. So look inside your case. You should have a highlighter, green, yellow, or something. So with your highlighter, I need you to open up your packet to page 44. Everywhere you see yellow here, I need you to highlight it. So please pause the video so you know what you need to highlight. Welcome back. So what you highlighted is grouping is what you always do first. You see those parentheses or brackets, these thingy right here, do it first. And then we will highlight any adding, subtracting. That's the end. Do it last. It separates the terms from the operator. So for example, here's the problem. 7 minus 2 multiplication dot parentheses 4 square or 4 to the power 2 divided by 8. So notice I color in the adding, subtracting symbol outside of the grouping symbol. It separates the left term from the right term. What do you see on the left side? Just 7. But what do you see on the right side? 2 times parentheses or grouping symbol 4 squared divided by 8. So in here, what they did is they solved, so the right side, they solved the exponent, the grouping symbol first. What is 4 squared divided by 8? So 4 squared is 4 times 4 is 16. 16 divided by 8 is 2. But are we done? No. We need to do 2 multiplication dot 2. 2 multiplication dot 2 is 4. So the left term is 7. The right term is 4. What's 7 minus 4? The answer is 3. So turn now to page 45 of your packet. With your pencil, fill this in. We can break up order operation problems into mini problems, making them easier to solve. Because who wants to do this huge long problem? We could do separate mini problem. Terms could be separated by addition and subtraction signs outside of grouping, brackets, or parentheses. So when you're at step 1, circle the adding and subtracting sign outside grouping. You see those adding, subtracting? Circle it or highlight it. Step 2, draw lines to create mini problems. Step 3, solve mini problem using GEMDAS. And then step 4, add and subtract mini problems together. So adding, subtracting comes at the end. So now it's time to practice several problems. We're going to practice about 5 problems right now. So let's start with our first one. 2 times 3 squared plus 10 divided by 2 minus 14. So GEMDAS. So we know GEMDAS. It is time to do, let's highlight stuff first. Do you see any adding or subtracting here? Where's my highlighter? So everybody take out your highlighter. Oh, I see it right here. Is it inside grouping symbol? No. So highlight this and just draw a line down. Highlight the subtraction. Draw a line down. Notice we broke it up into 3 terms or 3 mini problems. There's the left mini problem, the middle mini problem, and the right mini problem. Let's do the left side first. 2 times 3 squared. 2 times, what is this exponent going to equal to? So the base is 3. We write it twice. Does anybody know what 3 times 3 is? It's 9. So what's 2 times this exponent of 9? 18. So the left mini problem or term is 18. Let's look at the middle one now. 5 divided by 2 is 5. So the middle problem, mini problem is 5. Then the right side is 14. So you have 18 plus 5 minus 14. So 18 plus 5, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 minus 14. And what is 23 minus 14? I believe it is, regroup, 9 is the answer. If you would like to try the next one and pause the video and see if you can get the answer before I come with it, that shows you really do understand it. But again, it does take about a couple of days to learn. It's about 3 days to learn it. But you can see if you can try it. Welcome back. Take out your highlighter. Do you see any adding or subtracting outside a grouping symbol? I see it right here. Notice it separates it again into 3 mini problems. So solve the left mini problem, the middle one, and the end. Let's do the left one. 2 squared. 2 is the base. I write it twice. 2 times 2 is 4. The middle one. What is 32 divided by 8? 4. What the right mini problem is 5. So now we need to add or subtract it. They want you to copy this out. 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 minus 5 is 3. Did you get 3 before I? If so, excellent job. Now I need you to turn to page 46. Solve these using order operation and using GEMDAS. Highlighter. So take out your highlighter. Do you see any adding or subtraction outside of grouping? Let's see. Adding, subtracting. Oh, adding right here. Let's highlight this. But this is inside grouping, so leave that alone. So let's solve the left. So notice we separate it into mini problems again. This is the left term mini problem, the right term mini problem. Let's look at the left side. 20 divided by 2 times 5. So 20 divided by 2 times 5. So 20 divided by 2 is 10. And 10 times 5 is 50. That is the answer to the left mini problem. Next one, let's do the right side. 14 minus 3 plus 2. What is 14 minus 3? 11. 2 more is 13. And what do they want you to do with both of these? Add them. 50 plus 13 is 63. So some of you are going to say right now, but last year, my teacher taught me that you're supposed to multiply, then divide, or add, then subtract. If you listen carefully to your teacher last year, they probably said you have to do it from left to right. So if you see any multiply, divide, you just solve it left to right. So the way I teach it and the way we teach it here is we don't worry about this left and right. All you have to know is if you highlight any adding or subtraction, it separates it into mini problem. And you literally just solve the left as you see it. 20 divided by 2 times 5. Don't overthink it. 14 minus 3 plus 2, 13. So please pause the video at this time and see if you can answer the next one on your own. Highlight any adding or subtracting outside of the grouping symbol. Welcome back. Let's begin. So I highlight this adding right here. Notice it separates it from left term mini problem from right term mini problem. Let's look at the left side. What is 14 divided by 2? 7. Next one. What's 3 groups of 3 times 5? 3 5s. 5, 5, 5, 5. 15. 7 plus 15. What does 7 plus 15 add up to? 22. Did you get that correct? If so, again, it takes 3 days to learn this. You are already getting this correct in the first day. Here's our last one for our notes, and then you're going to be starting to work on your homework. So in here, this is probably one of the hardest things we are learning in 6th grade. This is like a fraction. Do you remember what this line means? Did you say division? If so, good job. So let's solve the numerator before the denominator. So I see a 3 to the 4th power minus 72 divided by 2. Do you see any grouping symbol? No. But I do see adding, subtracting. Everybody get out your highlighter. I need you to highlight the subtraction sign. Notice how it separates the left mini problem from the right mini problem. Let's do the left side first. 3 to the 4th power. So you write the factor 3 4 different times. What is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3? 3 times 3 is 9. The other 3 times 3 is 9. So what's 9 times 9? So the left mini problem or term is 81. Let's do the right side. 72 divided into 2 equal group. 2 goes into 7, 2, 4, 6, 3 times. Bring down to 2. 2 goes into 12. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. That's 6. 36. So what am I supposed to do with this 81 and 36? The operator says minus. So what is 81 minus 36? Can I do 1 minus 6? Nope, got to regroup. So the 8 becomes a 7. This 1 becomes 11 because you're adding 10 ones. So 11 minus 6 is 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. So the numerator is 45. Divided by, what is the denominator? 10. Take away 5 is 5. So how do you say that? Whoops. How do you say this as a division problem? 45 divided by 5 groups. 45 divided by 5 is 9. So what you're going to be doing now is I would like you to load up your, so please go to Canvas at this time. Today is February 2, Order Operation Part 1. Scroll, scroll, scroll. This is what we learned today. Grouping comes first, adding, subtracting. Gotta do it last. Scroll, 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 scroll. So please click on the homework so you know what the homework is. If you do not finish it during class, you can also finish it during advisory or finish it at home. Then if you're done with everything, you may work on this booklet to test yourself out to see if you did learn this within 1 day. So again, order operation, make sure you add and subtract last. See you tomorrow.